Hey everyone, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we are playing some more historic here on Magic Arena. And we're back. We are now just going to be playing, random decks that we build on stream or that get suggested to us on stream. So yeah, I'm excited to hop back into these random historic decks that we're playing. But again, as always, before we hop into today's deck, I want to remind everybody, if you enjoy the channel, the deck, the video, the gameplay, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below, one of which is the Discord link. And then another one is the Twitch link where I said that we do build decks and hang out on the weekends. And that is going to be twitch.tv/BAMotumbo. And again, if you're watching this right now, Monday morning, I might be live right now since it is technically a holiday in the US. So hop on over and see if I'm streaming and maybe suggest a deck for to play. So let's hop right into today's deck. And today we are playing Cruel Massacre. So this got suggested by somebody in chat. And we found a deck list on Aetherhub, and it did not have an author for the deck, unfortunately. But if you are the builder of this deck, please leave a comment down below. We'd love to give you a shout out or some credit. But yeah, let's just hop into this Cruel Massacre deck. So this is essentially an Aristrocrats type deck where you are essentially trying to play a whole bunch of really small creatures and have them all die, and then get basically death triggers whenever your creatures die, and hopefully try to kill your opponent all at once. So we are playing cards like Blood Artist, which it says whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And again, it's the same thing for Zulaport Cutthroat, except this is a 1/1 instead of a 0/1. And then we have Cruel Celebrant, which is white and black, and it's a 1/2 instead of a 1/1, and it does the same thing, right? Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, each opponent. So the difference here, right, is these two cards, the Cutthroat and the Celebrant, they only care about your creatures, but Blood Artist cares about any creature. So it could be relevant depending on what your opponent's trying to do. But again, we're just trying to get as many of these type effects into play, and then kill all of our creatures, or just kill all the creatures in play, and then just win the game all at once. So the other thing of note that we are doing is we're playing Teysa Karlov. So Teysa, what she does for 4 mana, she's a 2/4, but it says if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. It also gives creature tokens that we control Vigilance and Lifelink, which is completely irrelevant. Well, I guess not completely, but 99.9% irrelevant in our deck. But again, right, so every time one of these now dies, or one of these effect happens, it's going to double. So dropping, one of these on turn 2, one of these on turn 3, and then a Teysa on turn 4, and that's not a win, but that's going to be a lot of damage potentially when everything dies. So what else are we trying to do? Again, we're just putting in creatures into play, and creatures that actually replace themselves are super helpful. So one of which is Carrier Thrall. So Carrier Thrall is pretty cool in this deck. So it's a 2 mana 2/1. Whenever it dies, you create a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion token, and it has sacrificed this creature to add a colorless mana. So not only is it great on its own in this type of deck because it's going to replace itself, it's going to be great with Teysa because when this dies, we're going to get 2 of these tokens. And then on top of that, these tokens actually just allow us to sacrifice themselves to add mana to our mana pool. So we don't have to worry about having to get another card to interact with in order to kill our creature. We can just sacrifice it for mana, and then we'll get the extra triggers off of the Blood Artist type cards. We're also playing 4 copies of Orzhov Enforcer. It's a 2 mana 1/2 with Death Touch, but it does have Afterlife of 1. So Afterlife says whenever it dies, you get a 1/1 flying token. So pretty cool. Again, replaces itself. We can't just sacrifice the token to nothing like we can with the Carrier Thrall. But again, they do replace themselves, so it's going to give us a little bit of more fodder to actually throw in front of maybe our opponent's creatures and then just win the game. We also have 4 copies of Deadly Dispute. Again, we're going to be using this to sacrifice creatures to draw extra cards to try to get more creatures into play. We're playing Path of Peril to destroy all creatures that cost 2 or less, because again, right, the creatures that we care about in our deck are all 2 or less. We're playing Meathook Massacre. This is a very cheap removal spell to do what we're trying to do, or we can just drop it for just 2 mana and then we can pay 0 into X. But it just says whenever a creature we control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. And then last but not least, we have 2 copies of Massacre Girl. So Massacre Girl, again, this is a legendary creature, but it does have a really cool enter the battlefield ability for 5 mana, a 4/4 menace. But it says whenever it enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And then whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So if there's a bunch of creatures on the board, if this kills one thing the first time it dies, it's just going to keep going, and it's essentially just going to kill the entire board, which is again going to kill all of these, and then it's just going to kind of just like machine gun down our opponent, and we're just going to win because we're going to have so many triggers on the board, especially if you have a Teysa in play, and it's just going to be pretty insane. And last but not least, we are playing 3 copies of Cut Down. This is a pretty decent removal. This could also be Fatal Push. I felt like I do feel like in my game, Fatal Push might have been a little bit better than playing the Cut Downs, because sometimes you just can't play Cut Down against some creatures because they happen to be a 3/3 or a 2/4, you know, or a 1/5, or you know, just weird combinations that bring it the power and toughness over 5. So, but yeah. We do have a bunch of land in our deck. Notably, we have 2 copies of Phyrexian Tower because, again, this does allow us to sacrifice creature to generate extra mana. We have a couple of copies of Castle Locthwain in order to draw cards because our whole deck is essentially super cheap. So drawing 1 extra card a turn and then maybe only paying 1 or 2 life is going to be really, really helpful. And then, yeah, we just have a bunch of the synergistic dual color type lands, you know, Godless Shrine, Isolated Chapel, Caves of Koilos, the Pathways, so stuff like that. But yeah, again, we played this. We were really slaughtering people. We lost, I would say, about 25% of our games overall. But yeah, this is a very cheap-ish deck to build. I recommend it if you have the cards to give this a try. It's not quite budget because of all of the lands, but you can easily take out the Path of Perils, and that takes out a lot of rares. And Meathook Massacre, there's only 2 of these. You probably have 2 of those. But yeah, with just really these being the rares in the deck other than the land, I feel like this is a relatively cheap deck to build. So give it a shot. But like I said, it's a lot of fun. Let's just hop right into the games. We'll see you all at the wrap-up. They had to have given you some amount of downtime. Ooh, we go first. Do we have any 1-drops? I don't think we do. I'm going to keep this. This is not a great hand, but it's the hand that we've been dealt. The hand that we deserve. Fix the camera a bit. Yeah. We should just get Huey Lewis in an unplug session and have him do covers. Just like back when Nirvana essentially did it. I mean, I know other bands did it as well, right? But like that's one of the most memorable unplug sessions. I guess we're gonna just play Blood Artist. I mean, if we can draw land and get this in play, I think we're gonna be pretty good. Oh, you're trying to do that thing that we try to do. Alright. Alright, we're gonna take a whole bunch of damage. Alright, we've essentially sped it up a little bit. One ring does not prevent loss of life, so please keep that in mind. Alright, they're going to take no damage. We're going to attack anyway. One, two, three, four. Karn? Okay. Really? I'm just trying to buy time. 2 turns into 3, 4, 5, 6. They just need a land to be able to kill us. So if we Meathook Massacre for 4, probably don't want to do that. Probably want to... It is indestructible, though. This kills this, it kills this. So it's going to kill everything. Could do this for 0. I'm thinking. Do this. All right, let's just see what happens. Oh, we can't. Stupid. I guess we can, right? We can attack first with the Thrall. We'll get 2 of these tokens, so then we can actually do this. I think we're good. I'm gonna try to draw Fatal Push here. So much damage. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually worked. Okay, that's amazing. Amazing first game. Alright, well, we need some creatures. I guess this is fine. I don't think this is an ideal hand, obviously, right? We don't have a lot of our early stuff, but... just gonna play this on black. Opponent is maybe on 5 color. Hey, Frosty. Ooh, Hapatra. Okay. How does this work? Deals combat damage to a player. So I could attack. They let it through. They attack. Oh yeah, we definitely want this exchange to happen. we definitely want them to put more creatures in play. Oh, it's on target creature. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this game. I thought it was on a creature they controlled. Well, whoopsie daisy. Maybe I Meathook for 2 here? Or do I attack? If I attack, they block, right? And then... Yeah. We're just going to... So we'll at least get a token out of this deal. I have a hard time believing that you have saved up that many points. Jupe. Really? They didn't do anything? They have another one? They're just waiting for this 4th land. You've never spent your points until right now? Nest of Scarabs. Take 1. I like what they're trying to do. I really do. That was the problem though with Amonkhet, like that whole block. Like this just was not a powerful enough effect. So I could force counters on this by just casting spells. Cast this. A lot of things are going to die if I do that. Alright, no attacks. No attacks. We're going to let them maybe try to go infinite. But I feel like if they're trying to do infinite tokens, then Meathook Massacre is a bad card for them. Alright, well, we are going to be forced. Our hand has been forced. Alright, let's just see what happens. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, yeah, they knew. They knew that things were afoot. Alright. Randomly find. I'm kind of like thumbing through. There's an Ugin. Ugin looks pretty sweet. I think this is good enough to keep, right? We can't cast the Teysa, but we can play the Enforcers, sack them. Uh-oh. You gonna ninja us? Alright, what you got? Can't block and can't be blocked? Oh no! I would have played this one. Oh well. I mean, do what you're gonna do. That was a pretty good draw. I almost want to do this. All right, let's attack. We do get a creature back, which is good. Oh, perfect. Okay. So we can block with Death Touch the Infiltrator if we need to. Maybe we should have not played that and just held up our Cut Down, because Cut Down actually hits that, because it's 5. Okay. You've done it. Uh-huh. Yep. So I block here. Prevent them from drawing. Can cut down the Bowmaster. Bowmaster is such an unfair card. Interesting. Choose target spell. If it's a creature spell, it yeah, auto pay. All right, so this is a little awkward. We do get to block. We can Blood Artist, Deadly Dispute. God, if they have another Bowmaster, though, like our hand is really, really bad. We can't block. Do what you gotta do. Oh, nothing? Okay. Oh, it's any ninja? Oh my god, that card is busted. Is that a rare? It's an uncommon. I thought it was that ninja specifically that you got to draw a card off of. And they haven't lost anything this turn, so Fatal Push is out of the question for now. If they have 2 Fatal Pushes, though, they could Fatal Push their own creature and then... Auto Tapper got us. You're going to return that? Okay. I guess in the long run, Auto Tapper didn't get us. So... Tim, I'd advise against that. I am very concerned that they have a... Bowmaster. Attacking is pointless because they can just block with their 2/3. It doesn't feel like they have a Bowmaster, to be 100% honest with you. I could be 100% incorrect in that assumption. Okay, I mean, stuff's getting real. This is a lot of damage that we could just get back, so... I mean, we just hold for right now. Hey, Tim, how's it going, man? The last time you played was November of 2021? Really? Can't really do anything. Unblockable. What does this do? Okay, so they're gonna hit Teysa. This is a lot of damage. That was very unfortunate. Drawing 2 land there is very, very bad. Alright, but we're going to draw another card with the castle. We're going to take a couple damage. Oh. 3, 6, 9. This is a lot of damage. I'm going to play this. This kills their whole board. No, they might just have a counter for it, though. We're definitely paying for this. Yep. Hey, choo-choo, ka-choo. It's a lot of damage. Thanks for playing all those creatures for me. Whoo! Oh, game targeting so slow. Oh. Thanks, opponent. Brawl is slightly different rules than Commander. You know, like life total, commander damage, stuff like that. But it's essentially the same thing. I guess we're going to keep this. Hey, look, they have a ring avatar. That means they're playing the ring in their deck. Oh, look, a Thoughtseize. All right, well, Cruel Celebrant is probably the target here. Because out of all of the... Oh, Path, really? I wonder what they're playing if they're taking this. Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me, honestly. Like, oh, boo. I mean, they're a little short on land, which is good. I mean, they know we have this, so we're going to play it. Makes our castle a little bit better. They probably play Murderous Rider. We attack, they block, we sack it. Force through some damage. I'm going to play Shieldred. Alright, can we kill them? Sack. This doesn't have a lifelink, right? So sack this. They take 2. I do think it starts with this. Is this enough? I think it is. So, if I do this for 1, I can't attack. But if I do this for 1, 2, 4, so I have to attack first. And then... we have exactly enough here. The Aristocrats. All right. There we go. Oh, that felt really good. The extra like sets that they throw in that are just not that should not be on Arena, right? I'll keep this. But I mean, honestly, right? Like, we would have still gotten affected by Ugin because Ugin was in one of the core sets. This person's deck is 8,000 cards. Unsummon. Okie doke. I'm so confused. Your your 250 card deck didn't draw the correct amount of land, so I could sack this to get 2 mana. I get a creature back. Maybe next turn. If they do try to bounce this or do something to it, I will. Deadly Dispute it. Okay. That was a great draw. Alright, so I'm just going to play Celebrant and Cutthroat. And we're going to attack. And it's just going to set us up really good for the next 2 turns to win the game. So Plains, Island, or Swamp. So yeah, but that deck needs a lot of updates. There's actually a really disgusting green card that got reprinted or got printed. It's a rare, and it's I don't know exactly what it does, but it has the ability that when it deals damage, you get a poison counter. Like not in fact, but like whatever the new ability is. But then it also has another ability that says anytime you target one of your creatures, your opponent gets a poison counter. So it that would be a great card to add to your deck. Okay, so in order to do that, though, you need... Okay. I mean, if they remove 3 things, that's completely fine. Right, if you go Plains, Divine Purge, which you do, but that's fine, like... Okay, so they also have a... Oh, probably one of those. Yeah, let's just get this out there. So if they Wrath, right, this is probably the Foretold Wrath of God, whatever the heck it's called. Oh, maybe not. Okay. You rolled a 3. Draw 2 cards. Are we set up to win here? They might have a counter. Okay. You did it. Honestly, did not expect that to be a... saw it coming. Two, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I mean, they're dead on board. There's a lot of rare lands nowadays, right? Like, I mean, not even like since I haven't really been spending money on the game lately. There's a lot of lands that I don't even have. And I'm just like, and I just ran out of wild cards constantly. All right, so we attack. Prevent all combat damage. Okay. Saw it coming. Oh, man, you're living the dream over there, my friend. This is actually pretty entertaining that they're playing like a fog deck. That's probably their whole deck is just like fogs and ways to recur everything. So they do this. It's only going to hit these. Okay. That doesn't really do much. D's, welcome to chat. It's going pretty well. The opponent is living the dream. Saw it coming, number 3 in their 250 card deck. Nope. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so right, they have to counter this. Yeah, okay. All right, you got us. Amazing. All right, and then we go ahead and do this. Whoopsie daisy. Sure. It's you're still going to be at 0. But I do like their commitment. It was another Saw It Coming. So they drew 3 Saw It Comings in their 250 card deck within like the top like 15, 20 cards. That's pretty insane. Okay. Whatever pops up on the list, right? I guess we're keeping. Oh, I can't wait for this to be a wizard. Oh, it's not. It's ninjas maybe, or flash. Probably flash. Oh, no, okay. Okay. We should be okay for a few turns before we feel like any immediate pressure, just because they didn't go crazy last turn. Right, them not just like firing off a mill 10 is really good for us. So maybe they put this Haunted Dead into play. No, there's not. Okay. It's definitely better for them to gaze there. Hey, Paul. Happy Saturday. What is that card behind it? That sounds fine. No, I appreciate it. Oh, when are they doing that? Oh, holy moly. No, gain 3 life. That's pretty bad. I am going to... Alright, let's let it happen. Let's get rid of one of those. Really? We can attack. 3/6. I mean, not all of this is getting through, right? There's nothing, like, horrible in here, right? Okay, I'm wrong. No blocks. So 2 to everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can only deal... I guess this is fine, right? We're still going to kill the whole board. Or, hear me out. I could activate this, kill one of the blockers. No. I'm just here to play Massacre Girl. Nah, they're gonna be at. You're gonna be at 1 though. You're not gonna be dead. That was tough. But welcome to chat. Thanks for the follow last week, by the way. We're going first. This is a hand. Rookie Lee 80. Thank you so much for the follow. That is high praise. Going on self mill. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot this week. I've been just walking around checking rooms that he's normally in, like expecting to see him laying there. It really does suck. I mean, we're probably not going to win this game. We might have to. I might have to block here. I might have to block and then Deadly Dispute and try to draw like a Massacre Girl or something. Because they definitely have the type of draw that we have to try to keep up with. But maybe not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go to 10. They didn't do anything this turn, right? I'm just going to take it. Let's just draw Massacre Girl off the top or a Meathook Massacre. Get a couple life back. It's not that big of a deal. So if we play this, let's see what happens. Because we're going to get 2 Thralls here. Only 1 treasure, though. Huh. I think we're okay. I really do. If we attack, if they had a fatal push, though, that'd be pretty bad. And that would be 2 life back. I think we have to hold. I think they're just gonna, what is it, otherworldly gaze here. Yeah, other. Because we can sack these tokens at any time, right? So we're going to do some blocking, and then we're going to sack before damage happens. Block. 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 So I think this is fine. They did just gain a lot of life, but we're pretty fine. So if we do this, it's a lot of stuff. Yep, good game, opponent. Good game. Whew. That was pretty sick. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the wrap-up. And again, we had a lot of fun playing this deck. And if you're trying to, you know, like min-max the numbers on this and you know, crunch the numbers and try to win as efficiently as possible, there can be a lot of math involved. But you can just win, right? You're attacking sometimes for just 1 and 2 at a time, and then you can just get your opponent down to like 12 or 14 life and then just accidentally win the game by wiping the board. So just be mindful of where you are, how many triggers you're most likely going to get, and just knowing that could really really benefit you. Because if you know if you know you're going to get 8 triggers off of a board wipe or some kind of wipe in effect, you may want to swing in with the creatures that you normally don't want to swing in, right? Because you'll be getting extra triggers whenever those die, which you typically may not want them to die, you know? Like typically you hold back Cruel Celebrant or Cutthroat because you know you don't necessarily want them to die in combat. But sometimes it's beneficial because you'll end up getting the triggers from them dying anyway, but it can be really really good. And you saw us put sometimes 12, 14, 16 triggers on the stack because we had Teysa, sometimes without Teysa. And I mean, the game just ends at that point. Sometimes we stick our opponent down to 1. We did that a couple times. And then again, right, they can't recover from being at 1 life. And then we shoot back up over 20, you know, when we were like super low, and the game is just over. So yeah, this deck is a lot of fun. We've played decks like this before in the past that were more combo oriented, that maybe brought cards back from the graveyard all at once, and then you just sacrifice them all. But again, you could still do that. But we took a deck that was essentially presented to us and suggested to us during our Twitch stream, and we ran with it. And again, this is a lot of fun. If you are the person who built this deck, I would really appreciate it if I find the person who built this deck in the interim before I post it. I will go ahead and put the link down in the description or a comment. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, again, if you enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe, check out all the links down below, join the Discord, head on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/BAMotumbo. Would love to hang out with y'all. If y'all are watching this right now on Monday morning, I might be live because of the holiday in the US. But other than that, I just want to really remind y'all and hope that everyone's staying safe. And we will see you all next time.